Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return this video, smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys, as well as the opportunities we found this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So here we are with SENS, Sensonics Holdings Inc. Now, the stock actually broke out of that channel that we've been watching, right, within this area. I had stated it was showing some strength, and it continued in that area. It could take one catalyst, one positive catalyst, to push this back up to newer highs and new resistance levels. And also it was sitting in tug-of-war zone, but it went down lower. Now, Sensonics Holdings Inc. is still stated to possibly even short squeeze in the short term. There's a lot of rumors out there. I'm seeing in a lot of forums. I've seen a lot of different articles talking about how this is being discussed in a lot of forums and Reddit forums out there, and that there's a lot of hype behind it beyond the fundamentals of this company actually having potential because of the great news that just came out, the possible FDA approval, and the continuous glucose monitor innovation that they have, right? It's bigger than just a meme stock or possible short squeeze, but it is something that is going around, and the word is going around. But right now it's pulled back and it's almost getting out of tug-of-war zone to the point where the bears are dominating. So we got to watch this carefully. And as I zoom in, I just want to zoom out quickly. It has been going in a downward trend, something to be aware of. So the 50-day moving average is 347. Anything below it is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. Now our support level, the lowest point of the day, was 313. If that gets crossed, I would watch this very carefully, how it does between 313 and $3 to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this one down further and faster away from the 50-day moving average to the downward trend. Now, our resistance level, which is the highest point after coming back up and consolidating, is right at this point of 329. That's what the bulls need to break through and turn into a support to reach newer highs and new resistance levels. And if they accomplish that, then the 50-day moving average would be the next goal, 347. And then obviously one of the highest points of Friday at 364 to pull further away from the 50-day moving average, get some leverage in bullish territory, reach newer highs and new resistance levels. So it will be key and important to watch these levels. It has broken through one of the most important support levels we were seeing in this consolidation, which was down here at 336. Now, could the bulls come back up? We're going to have to see this carefully, watch these resistance levels, and see if it can get back into tug-of-war zone, or are the bears going to dominate this one? I look forward to seeing your thoughts and how you feel about this one, short term and long term. Do you think a short squeeze is possible? And also how you feel about it in regards to the continuous glucose monitor and the FDA approval. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that you won't want to miss, as well as the opportunities that were mentioned over at the Discord. Stay tuned. So the ticker symbol I have to share with you guys today is one that I found out about not too long ago. It actually IPO'd recently, and this is a huge company that's going to be a big competitor, or is one of the biggest competitors to YouTube. Now, it's nowhere near it, and it has a lot to grow and go for itself to catch up to it, but it does have a large user base, and it has a subscription service, making it very enticing for a growing company of revenue and net profits in the future. Now, before we look at this chart and we look at what ticker symbol it is, I want to share with you guys the opportunities I found this morning and shared with the members over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses, and discuss about other stocks in the stock market as well, beyond just what I'm watching in the Talk Stocks group. So here we are with MNOV. This was one of the first ones I was watching at 512. This pulled back and gave small jumps of 3 to 5%, but it was pretty stagnant for the rest of the day. Our worst performer of the list, but it did give small jumps of 3 to 5%. Now AEI, we caught this one at 737. We're going to look at the chart in just a moment. And EARS, we caught this one at 380. Now, I want you guys to be aware that these stocks moved pretty fast, and this is why timing and execution is everything, and it happens within minutes sometimes, and sometimes it takes hours. That's why you can't have that instant gratification, but you also can't be slow to move. And sometimes later in the day, there's even better opportunities or just as good if you're patient, right? It doesn't always work out that way, but this is one of them. AEI, we caught this one at 737, pulled back to 691 and shot up to 763, giving a highest point of 10% plus, and that was within the first 20 minutes of the opening market. So we started watching it. It was actually pulling back, right, from those highs, and it was kind of consolidating, went into further weakness and jumped up. Now, it went back into further weakness at these lows here, gave another 5% jump here, pulled back and gave another 10%. So within just 3 hours almost, it gave, or about 2 hours and a half, it gave a total of 25% opportunities between the two 10% and the 5% opportunity. It's all about timing and execution here. Now, the other ticker symbol is EARS. We caught this one at 380, and this is one that moved pretty quickly within the first 15 minutes, almost 10 minutes actually to 15 minutes, and it gave us an 8% plus opportunity. Now, after that jump, it pulled back down, and it actually gave another 10% plus opportunity here. So that's why it's all about the first couple of minutes. The further into the day, the higher the risk, because it's not guaranteed to have this type of move. And you could see the rest of the day, it just started to stagnate and sit sideways, right? So it's all about catching this with execution and timing, but the opportunities are there and we look for them daily. 5 to 10% is a regular day, 10 to 20% is a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. If that's something that interests you and you want to know what stocks I watch daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. Now, before we look at the ticker symbol, I want to share with you guys, a lot of you guys may be asking yourselves, what is this? Well, this is just my drawing that it does not have to move exactly the same as it is drawn out. If not, if it is going in that direction of having newer drops, new peaks, newer drops, newer peaks, basically newer lows, newer highs, newer lows, instead of newer highs, newer lows, which is actually when a stock is going up, hitting a newer peak every time upwards. Well, what I'm looking for is if there's going to be a drop every time and the peaks are getting weaker and weaker, like we caught last time in the last correction that was forming. Now, there's two things that are going on here right now based off how the whole entire S&P 500 is moving, because everything that it lost almost last week in the last several days of the week, it's almost already gotten it back. So what I'm really looking for is a pullback, another spike, and another pullback, and that's going to give me not confirmation that we're going into a huge correction or crash, but we are in the middle of it and it could go further, right? Because right now this is the peak previously and this is the new peak. So now if we get another drawing that comes back and then it pops back up and it pops right back down like how I have drawn out here, and this is the new peak, the next peak will be the next weakness, that's the next new peak, and then we're resembling the correction that went on here. And if you look back at this correction, it had big jumps, big drops, big jumps, big drops. So this big jump could be the next big drop. We have to see. It's not confirmed, but I'm watching this carefully, and there's nothing wrong with corrections. They're normal. They hurt portfolios in the short term, but they are buying opportunities for the stocks you really liked or you were watching, or even to keep your average cost down on your high conviction stocks. This is where opportunities are formed, right? Every bull run is in every setback, right? Every pullback, right? A lot of people call them setbacks. I don't like to look at them like that. They're pullbacks that are setups for the next bull run. So that's the setup. Every time a stock goes back, the stock market or anything in general, those are opportunities. Because on Friday, as this was pulling back, yes, there was uncertainty and doubt of could this go back up or would it continue? If it continued, the more you double down, at some point there would be some spike like this, like it happened, which it didn't even have to take several days. It just went from Thursday, Friday, last Wednesday, and then all of a sudden Monday already jumped back up. Now the question is, will it pull back down? But that jump back up, a lot of investors are swing trading and making big bucks of anywhere from 3 to 5% on small jumps, 5 to 10% on some bigger ones, and home runs are 10, 20, 30% jumps off of that swing trade of that pullback. Now, it is risky, but it is something to be aware of. So what's the stock you want to add to your watch list that's a competitor to YouTube? It is VIMEO, and the ticker symbol is VMEO. This stock is tremendous when it comes to its growth potential. Now, the earnings is not as strong as it could be. It's still small, has so much room to grow that it makes it enticing to be aware of and watch carefully. Now, the lowest point that it reached after IPOing at the beginning of June was $38. So that's really what I'm looking for. The stock right now is kind of sideways and it seems to be consolidating within this channel, but I would like to see this go even into further weakness, getting closer to $40, and if it gets closer to 38 and breaks through it, making the opportunity even larger. So this is a stock I have my eye on, and I'm going to be watching not just this week, not next week, not just this month, not next month, the rest of the year, and the opportunities are going to get bigger and bigger the more it pulls back before it actually becomes profitable and continues to prove itself. But it's one of the largest when it comes to being a competitor of YouTube. It's nowhere near it, and I don't think it will ever get as large as it, but it will get its piece of the pie, guys. If you do your research and look up competitors or platforms similar to YouTube, this is one of the top ones on the list usually, and I'm still doing more research on the company and everything about them. But right now at these prices, it's kind of speculative because it doesn't really give you enough insight. It's too soon, but there's nothing better than to have a stock on your watch list early, and even if it pulls down further or goes up higher, to actually have time to research it and understand it. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on the stocks I mentioned here on the YouTube or any of my platforms. I'm just here to align you guys on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, and why I believe they're an opportunity. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.